Inside Criterion, you're going to click Response, and then you'll scroll down and select Revise, which I cannot see from this window. And when your two boxes are open in the right-hand box, you are going to highlight the whole text, and you're going to copy it into Microsoft Word. If you copy it from here, you'll see that the copy will take the same colors as the Criterion had showed you. So in order to get black and white text, you're going to need to copy it in from the second window on the right-hand side under Revisions before you use up all 10 of your revisions. Once you have your document begun in Microsoft Word, you can hit Command A. I'm going to try to take the highlight off and see what happens. Nothing. Okay, so what we're going to do is once we have the whole document highlighted, we're going to adjust it into Times New Roman and size 12 font. We're going to select double spacing, which you can do this way by selecting this icon and then 2.0. And then we're going to make sure we indent each paragraph, and sometimes it does this where it indents the whole document. So we need to drag this over, the top one over to be the ½ inch mark, and then it should indent the first line for you. Okay, and we're just going to adjust all the indentations so that we do not have any extra space between any of these paragraphs. Sometimes this will happen, and you just want to hit backspace to the back paragraph and hit enter again, and it will drop it down into the right section for you. The next item that we're going to do is to add our MLA heading. So we're going to align our cursor back up on the left-hand side, and we're going to put our heading in, and we're going to put your name and then my name and then your class acronym, which is either LA71, LA73, LA86, or LA84, and then you can put the date in the format like this. And then what we're going to do next is add a creative title in the center. And to center, I select this icon, and then I have my creative title here. I'm going to delete this extra space between these paragraphs, and I'm going to pause for a moment to add my page number. So in order to do that on Microsoft Word, you select Insert, and then you're going to select Page Number. Once you see that, at the bottom of the page, we need to adjust that to top of page so that it says top of page right, show number on the first page, and we hit OK. Now, I can scroll up and see this. You can tell that this is not in the Times New Roman font, so I need to select this. This little box is not in Times New Roman font, so I selected the box. I'm going to go back to home, and I'm going to take it off of Calibri and make that Times New Roman. If I put my cursor inside that box, I can add my name in there. It's teeny, and it might be a little bit tricky to do that, but I'm going to put NATO and then a space, and then I need to adjust my box. It has decided that it's going to be too vertical, so I adjust my box, and now I have NATO 1, and I hit off of the page heading. If you notice and you scroll down to page 2, it will automatically have your last name and the page number. Finally, the next step that I will do is I'm going to either hit enter all the way down onto page 3, or I can just go to insert, page break, and that brings me to page 3 automatically, and I'm going to set up my works cited page. So in the center, I will put works cited again. It's not in Times New Roman font, so I want to adjust that back into Times New Roman font and make sure that it's size 12. Okay, I'm going to hit enter twice and then realign it on the left-hand side of the page, and I'm going to add my first citation. And then I have the only citation that I need for the paper. If I have referenced the book in some way within my paper, I can also add an internal citation after that. However, because I'm only referencing one book, I can put AVI, or I can put the page number if I happen to know the page number where this information came from. If you have added any quotation, you're going to need to include that information down here in your works cited page as well. You can also use easybib.com in order to find this longer citation. You just input all the information and it will create this citation for you. If you have questions about MLA 8 at all, I also recommend that you check the LMS and follow the link to the EasyBib visual guide for MLA 8, or you can visit the Purdue MLA format webpage for Purdue University. However, that webpage is created for college students. Is it a little bit trickier to use and understand? So once you have your essay formatted like this, we just need to run through a checklist of items. Do you have your last name and page number on it? Do you have your MLA heading, a creative title? Is your entire document in double spaced with no extra space between the paragraphs? Are the paragraphs all indented in? Do you have all 5 paragraphs of your document? Have you added your works cited page? Okay, do you have your topic sentences? Do you have your thesis statement? Do you have your clincher transitions, which you can use the packet of writing supplementary materials that I gave to you to find transition words, like this one, secondly. So you're going to check through your document, make sure you have adjusted this into MLA format by using the MLA checklist guidelines worksheet that is also listed on the LMS before you print your document and turn it in to Ms. Nato. You're going to select a new blank document. You will dump your information here the same way that you would have in Microsoft Word, and there are just a couple of things that we will do here to make it Times New Roman that are a little bit different. So your fonts will be here, your size will be here, and then we're going to space it using this button, so we're double spaced. Okay. We're going to delete the extra space. We're going to add the creative title. We're going to tab indent in. It's way easier to do this in Google Docs than it is in Microsoft Word. You can see there are no auto formatting changes that I have to worry about with dragging the ruler around. So you can add your heading over here, creative title, and then we're going to go to insert, and we're going to do insert heading, header, and page number. We're going to insert page number. We want it to look like this for 1, 2. And then right here, again, you're going to highlight it and make sure that it is in Times New Roman font. You're going to add your name just before it, and then make sure it's your name. I'm just using mine as an example. And then you will have it on each page automatically, just like this. Okay, these are the basic formatting ways to change your document. It will auto give you the first line as your title. So your first letter of your first name, your last name, and then Criterion Essay. Save it in my drive. If you would like to print it out, you can go to File, you can go to Print, you can download as a Microsoft Word document so that you have a copy of it in Microsoft Word. If you wanted to email me an attachment, for some reason your printer wasn't working, this is how you would format using Google Docs.